San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is 8 a.m. on this Sunday, November 3rd. I hope you enjoyed your extra hour of sleep last night. We sure did.
We did.
I enjoyed it so much I completely forgot about it. I woke up, got here, and I was like, oh, I got an extra hour. That's why I feel so good.
There you go. Pretty soon, though, sleep will not mean too much to Sarah and I, as we're both expecting little babies in our future.
Cherishing it.
Hey, we do have some light rain out there for San Antonio. In fact, a light rain shower moving into Bexar County as we speak. These are very quick moving light rain showers. We've had some dampness early this morning with some patchy drizzle, but you take a look off toward Medina Lake and also near Somerset and Divine. That's where we got this one patch of light rain that's going to be pushing into San Antonio here, honestly, momentarily. So we'll see a quick splash and dash shower early this morning. There have been some heavier showers and some storms across parts of the hill country, especially near Rock Springs, but now that is well off to the north, nearer to Junction. And so today our rain is not going to be as widespread as it was yesterday. We've really only got a 20% chance for rain until about noon, and then in the afternoon it's going to be warm, 87 with wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. By the way, sunset tonight, 5:45 this evening. Again, just a reminder, because of the time change, that sunset is earlier. Looking at the next 7 days, there it is, cool front on the horizon. Temperatures are going to only be in the 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. But what about the mornings? And what about storm chances Monday night with that front moving through? We have them in San Antonio. I'll be giving you the details coming up. Sarah.
Thank you for that reminder about the 5:45. Evening walkers, get your flashlights ready to go. All right, we're 2 days away from the election. Over 73 million people have already cast their vote. If you haven't cast yours yet, well, you can do so on Election Day, November 5th. Our Devin Karp live this morning and tell you what you need to know before you head to the polls on Tuesday. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, Sarah. I'm standing right here at the Lions Field Adult and Senior Center, and this was a pretty popular location during some of the early voting. And if you couldn't tell it was election season by the ads on your phone, the ads on your TV, well, you can certainly tell by all the election signs whenever you drive past here. Now, this is something that candidates say they are getting excited about as voters are here working to go and get out the vote. Now, more than 570,000 people have already made their way out to the polls and early voted, meaning polls are going to be busy come Tuesday. There's going to be more than 300 locations across Bexar County where you can vote, and those polls are going to be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Now, our team here at KSAT has been using that early voting data to come up with a list of some of the busiest and least busy voting centers. Now, the busiest polls that we saw during early voting were the Encino Branch Library, Northwest Vista College, and the Brook Hollow Branch Library. Now, the least busy were Texas A&M, Southside ISD, their administration building, and the Somerset City Hall. Now, when you actually go to vote on Tuesday, a few things you need to keep in mind. Make sure you show up with a real ID. That can be a passport, your driver's license when you make your way into the polls. Remember, once you show up, try not to wear any of that campaign clothing audibly or showing support for someone, whether that's a hat, a button, a pin, a shirt. They'll ask you to take it off until you can come back wearing something a little bit more neutral. And finally, pack your patience. The polls are going to be busy come Tuesday if these early turnout numbers mean anything. So I'd make sure that you're just being courteous to the people around you in line, as well as those working at the polls. For now, Sarah, I'm going to send it back to you. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Devin. I didn't get around to early voting. Oh, so I'll be out there on Tuesday to go vote, and you can cast your vote on Election Day this Tuesday, November 5th. Polls open 7 a.m., close at 7 p.m., and you can find what you need to vote and address in the address of the polling sites. And look at that sample ballot that Devin was talking about before you head out the door. You can find it all on KSAT.com's Vote 2024 page. Well, a teenager is dead after he was thrown from an SUV that flipped on Zigmont Road in Atkins. That's just south of FM 1346 in East Bexar County. So this happened early yesterday morning. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say the driver of the SUV, just 16 years old, was doing donuts with 4 other people and the victim that died inside the vehicle when it flipped. The 14-year-old that died was thrown from the SUV. Deputies say 4 other teens were injured but are expected to be okay. Now, that driver was arrested and charged with manslaughter and injury to a child. The name of the teen who died has not been released. And a 40-year-old man in San Antonio police custody died yesterday morning, and now the department's internal affairs is investigating. So according to SAPD, officers detained the man at an apartment complex on Bandera Road after they say he was pulling on the front door handles at the complex. So police paperwork states that the officers believe the man might have been under the influence. The report says the man was taken to a city facility for treatment when he became unresponsive. So according to the report, EMS was called to the facility, and that's when they pronounced him dead. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office will determine his cause of death. On the northeast side, what started as a night of fun for trick-or-treating ended with a child in the hospital and a dog taken from a home and a brick thrown through a person's car window. This all happened Halloween night. A report by SAPD says a dog bit a child who was trick-or-treating. The child was taken to the hospital and is going to be okay, while the dog was taken from the home by ACS. KSAT's Zaria Oates was able to catch up with the owner of the dog, and this is what they had to say.
Would you be willing to share what happened from your perspective?
Not with you, ma'am. I'll share with the police when he gets here.
It's not good. That means we are not safe here.
It's terrible what happened.
Well, Animal Care Services says they won't have any new information on this situation until Monday and will bring you those updates online. Well, bites, punches, and even death, that is just some of the abuse Bexar County educators have endured after months of going through the data. Our KSAT Investigates team uncovered a troubling trend as the widow of an educator killed on the job tells our Danielle Ibarra it's a problem she believes can be prevented.
This slice of heaven is where Margot Jimenez has been coping with her own personal hell.
It's been a nightmare for me.
Her husband, Alfred Jimenez, was an instructional aide for special needs students at Brandeis High School. They called him Mr. Fred.
He just had a way with these kids. I never even thought that he could do something like that.
In February, Northside ISD says he was redirecting a student. During that interaction, the district says Mr. Fred fell and hurt his head. Mr. Fred was hospitalized and later died.
I was there every day for 10 days and I'd never left his side. We prayed the rosary every day because he loved the rosary.
The medical examiner ruled Jimenez's death as a homicide, but the student who caused Jimenez's death isn't facing any charges. That's something Margot agrees with.
This person was my husband's favorite student in his room where he took care of him. He loved him to pieces. I would never blame this student, never.
She says the blame lies with decision makers.
He never should have been murdered like he was at school. He was shoved, pushed, whatever you want to call it. He's dead now because the school districts and the state won't do anything. I don't care what it takes. Something has to be done before it happens again.
KSAT Investigates wanted to know how often educators report being injured by students. We reached out to 19 districts with schools in Bexar County and found they recorded more than 2,600 injuries in the 2022-2023 school year. That's more than 14 reports each school day. Cases climbed up slightly in the 2023-2024 school year. One educator reported being kicked, bit, and punched in the nose. Another teacher got headbutted by what they called an aggressive student. And another student stabbed a substitute in the forearm with a pencil.
They happen in the cafeteria. They happen in the hallways. They happen on the buses.
Wanda Longoria taught for more than 36 years. She's the secretary-treasurer of the Texas American Federation of Teachers. We showed her our findings.
When you're looking at those numbers, what do you think?
This is why you're having difficulty attracting teachers to the educational field and attracting other educators to the field.
But not all districts keep track of the number of injuries specifically caused by students, like Lackland ISD. We asked why, but the district didn't give an explanation.
What do you think about that?
I think it's a travesty. I think that our constituents deserve to know. Parents deserve to know.
Margot says the numbers should be a wake-up call to prevent others from experiencing her same heartbreak.
I would hate for anybody to go what I'm going through right now.
What do you think needs to change?
So honestly, I think what needs to change is that these teachers in school have more help. I feel like it took my poor husband to die so that maybe somebody would start doing something.
For KSAT Investigates, I'm Daniela Ibarra.
A Northside ISD spokesperson says the district is constantly updating safety protocols to prevent tragedies and injuries. They also offer training throughout the year at the request of staff, and they're working with special education staff to figure out what tools they need. So if you're a teacher or parent, tell us what you think. Scan this QR code to fill out our survey. We also have the injury reports broken down by school district on this story at KSAT.com. It's 8:10 and 75 degrees. A look at what stores are offering for Thanksgiving. And turkey prices, here's some good news, could be down this year. That's great. We'll explain that coming up. Yeah, we have some clouds in our area because we had some light rain throughout San Antonio in our viewing area, especially out to the west. Sarah Spivey will let us know what our Sunday forecast looks like when we come back. Sarah, we have some light rain moving into San Antonio. I will take anything because yesterday evening or afternoon was so hot, and if any cloud cover can provide any relief for us.
It's going to be hotter today, Sarah.
Oh.
I know, but we do have some of that light rain moving in right now. Yesterday we had a few storms last into the afternoon. And I think today, really, this is kind of the main show. So as we take a look at the authority radar, you can see, again, light rain pushing into San Antonio. These are very quick moving. I'm going to go ahead and pause this so we can take a look at where this light rain is near Lytle, Somerset, Palo Alto College, JBSA, Lackland, southwest side of town. These are moving very quickly. We're talking to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. So Leon Valley, the rain is going to start in your neck of the woods by 8:25 this morning, so just in the next 10 minutes. And then let's say Hollywood Park, Helotes, Hollywood Park by about 8:37. So within the next 10 minutes, seeing rain in Windcrest, next 10 to 20 minutes, Schertz area, downtown San Antonio, right on your doorstep. We've also got a shower occurring right over Bandera, Medina Lake. This area got some good rain yesterday. Bernie, it's about to start to rain momentarily in your neck of the woods too. Looking at the temperatures and rain chances right now at about 30%, but you can see by noon that's as low as 20%. So rain chances pretty much done by noon. And then in the afternoon, we're going to see clearing skies. High temperature of 87 by about 3 or 4 o'clock. High is going to be an hour earlier in the day. Sun's going to set at 5:45. It'll be a partly cloudy evening with temperatures falling in the 70s. Warm in San Antonio and windy today after this light rain. We're going to see a few gusts of up to 30 miles per hour during the day today, but by the evening, gusts up to 35 miles per hour. So those Halloween decorations that are outside right now, you might want to bring them in before those winds really pick up tonight. 87 in San Antonio, close to 90 elsewhere, but up in the hill country, you'll notice it is going to be cooler. That's because clouds are going to stick around longer in the hill country. Rainfall, we only really saw a few hundredths around San Antonio. A couple of neighborhoods like near Windcrest, about a quarter of an inch of rain in the last 2 days. Most of the healthy rain fell west from the border to Brackettville all the way up to Concan, 3 to 5 inches of rain. And then in northwestern parts of Bexar County out toward Bandera, Medina Lake, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. This fell along areas that are currently experiencing extreme drought, but we need more rain in San Antonio. We do have better rain chances, storm chances, in fact, Monday night as that front moves through. Let's talk about that front. Right now, it's right at the Four Corners region. We have another day where severe weather is going to be possible across the mid portion of Oklahoma City with Wichita, Kansas, even Dallas-Fort Worth. That front, though, will be moving through San Antonio Monday night. So let me take you through the futurecast here. Here's a look at overnight tonight. Oklahoma City all the way up to St. Louis. That's where the severe weather will be. And then by tomorrow morning, I think we'll see some additional drizzle, kind of like what we're seeing out there right now. That front approaches and moves through San Antonio Monday night into Tuesday morning. Anytime from 10 p.m. Monday night to 2 a.m. on Tuesday, that's when we're going to have this broken line of storms moving through around the front. Our chance for rain, 40% chance in San Antonio. There could be some gusty winds with this, but again, it's going to be a broken line of storms. We'll keep you posted. That's tomorrow night. 40% chances that front moves through, and then when that front moves through, it's going to be pleasant on Election Day, 73 for the high temperature. By Wednesday morning, 55, 79 on Wednesday afternoon. We see rain chances return on Thursday and Friday, and combing through the latest forecast data, looks like we'll get another cool front Friday. This could set up a pretty nice weekend for us next weekend with our highs only in the 70s. So nice to see an active weather pattern here for us, Sarah, especially after such a dry and warm October.
I am looking forward to that second front, and maybe, I know y'all can't forecast
beyond. Too much beyond 10 days.
Maybe we'll have fewer 80-degree days.
You know what we call that in meteorology? Wish casting.
I could use a big wish cast. Like you're the genie from Aladdin. Thank you, Sarah. 8:19, 75 degrees. It's a longtime staple of South Texas, but its roots date back well beyond our own history. We're talking about Mexican candy, its flavors, the favorites, and how it's evolved. After the break.
From the sweet to the sour to the spicy, the flavors of Mexican candy are familiar to most South Texans.
The sour, the little kind of spicy of chili.
And behind the flavors of all these snacks is a rich storied history that includes innovation and evolution.
I think the most interesting thing about Mexican candy is that it runs the gamut from sweet to sour to salty to spicy.
That range of flavor has been around from the beginning. Sugar wasn't introduced to Mexico until the Spanish arrived in the 1500s, but even before then, indigenous people enjoyed sweets.
They would have candy made out of fruit, candy made sweetened with honey. So it's very natural. And I still think that's an element that runs through most of the Mexican candy.
One of the early candies involved mixing seeds from the amaranth plant with honey and fruit. These candies exist still today and are known as alegrías. Another that you are undoubtedly familiar with, chocolate.
Chocolate does not come from Switzerland. Chocolate comes from Mexico.
There is evidence that people living in present-day Mexico were producing chocolate as early as 1900 BC. They ground the cacao beans and made it into a beverage by adding water. And at some point, they also added another ingredient to give it that chocolate kick.
I think the Aztecs are so brilliant, they started adding a little bit of hot chili to it. And so the frothy hot chocolate then has a spicy flavor.
And when the Spanish arrived in Mexico in 1519, so did sugar. The fusion of the two cultures led to the creation of many more treats like bocadas and camotes.
And the camotes are sweet potatoes, chunks of sweet potatoes that have been cooked in a sugar syrup.
Another sweet that remains popular to this day is often found in ice cream and or flan, dulce de leche, caramelized milk and sugar.
And boy, is that one good. Then started adding pecans to it and making it into a praline sort of a thing.
Some of the sugary creations aren't meant to be tasted at all. Calaveras or sugar skulls have been around since the early 1700s. They're used to decorate ofrendas for Dia de Muertos. Another fusion of culture is also to thank for another Mexican candy standout, chamoy. Chamoy's roots are actually in Asia.
And it all started with the Japanese, they call it the Japanese salted plum, which is actually in reality an apricot, a sour apricot. They take it, They dry it out. Traditionally, they would dry it in the sun, process it, mash it, cook it with chilies and citruses.
And so then that comes to the Americas, and we started adding the chili flavor to it. The other one is tamarindo.
Tamarindo comes from the tamarind tree. The fruit produces a sweet and sour pulp that can be turned into beverage or candy. It's commonly used to cover fruit and lollipops. Chamoy and tamarindo are both good options for those who want to avoid anything too sweet or empalagoso.
So Mexicans said, oh, I don't want candy to be that sickening sweet, so we're going to add a punch to it. The punch can be the chili, or it can be the salt, or it can be the sour part.
We have Mexican candy, American candy, and our own candy that we make.
Alamo Candy Company is a staple in San Antonio. It's been around for almost 30 years. Many adult customers here remember these candies as kids.
Literally, I have the memories of hearing the ice cream man go down our street and hearing him being oh, and asking my mom for $1 just so I can go get this candy.
Everybody loves their sweet, sour, and spicy too.
Some of the popular ones: saladitos, salted plums, pulparrindo, which comes in different flavors, vero mango, chili-covered mango lollipops, rebanaditas, chili-covered watermelon lollipops.
And it's everybody loves it, to the little kids all the way to adults.
Mexican candy can't be described with one word. It's a question that stumped Diego Venado, owner of La Dulceria on Bassey Road.
En mi experiencia, es una explosión como de sabores.
All of the candy is imported from Mexico. Even if you're not a fan of the spicy sweet mix, it's a good bet. There's still a Mexican candy for you.
No siempre son paletas cubiertas de chile y en el centro dulce. Ver esa felicidad en el cliente que le gusta encontrar, recordar, yo creo que eso es lo que nos mantiene en el negocio.
Traditional flavors continue to evolve and migrate. They're not just in candy stores. Mangonadas are the #1 treat sold at the Mangonada ice cream shop at the corner of Culebra Road and San Joaquin Avenue.
I love the taste of the mangonada.
It's the sweet, salty, and picosito taste that people love. Chamoy is what gives it that special taste. Chamoy City Limits experiment with pickling different fruits like strawberries and mangoes for the chamoy creations.
And they're super, super secret. I keep my recipe book in my safe. And I don't even say what's on the bottle. I know that when people come to the shop, a lot of people from the Valley will say, oh, this is just like the Valley, but not exactly like the Valley. And I say, yeah, it's a San Antonio style, because I think that each region takes its own style.
As chamoy continues to grow in popularity, the people we talked with who have been in the business for years say that's a good thing. But as with any food, they hope there's recognition and appreciation for where it came from.
It's Sunday, November 3rd at 8:30. Ooh.
We're having a good morning.
We are.
And you know what? There's a little bit of light rain out there for some folks as well. So let's go ahead and take a look outside right now. And you can see on the authority radar. Whoa, let's go back to the radar. There we go. We got some time before we got to talk about that. Okay, let's go back to the radar. Here you can see a few showers passing through downtown San Antonio at the moment, working its way up toward Helotes. Areas on the west side of town getting some brief light rain. This is going to be a quick shower that makes it to the Schertz-Selma area within the next 10-15 minutes or so. Now this morning, our rain chances are limited to 20 to 30%. And by noon, we're not going to be looking at any rainfall really for us. In the afternoon, it'll be partly cloudy and 87. It's going to be windy, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. And friendly reminder, with the time change, sun is going to set at 5:45 tonight. So just be aware for that. It does come as a bit of a shock to the system. But hey, as we saw yesterday, we had some rain, and that typically causes molds to go up. And molds are high today. If you're wheezing and sneezing, mold is the reason. Sarah loves when I say that. As we take a look at our afternoon high temperatures, 87 today, 86 tomorrow. Front moves through Monday night into Tuesday, and that sets up a pretty nice middle of the week. We'll even have some chilly mornings in the mix, but that front also brings with it the chance for some storms. I'm going to have those details coming up in just a few minutes. Sarah.
There it is. Thank you, Sarah. Election Day this Tuesday, and if you weren't one of the hundreds of thousands who came out to vote early, like me, we've got you covered. Our Devin Karp is live with what you need to know ahead of going to the polls. Devin, I know Tuesday is going to be a really big day.
Hey, good morning, Sarah. Tuesday is going to be packed. I'm standing right here at the Lions Field Adult and Senior Center. This was a pretty popular location for people to come to the polls during early voting. And hey, like you mentioned, by the way, we're starting to feel some of those raindrops coming down on us. Now, if you haven't been able to tell that it's election season by the ads on your phone, the ads on your TV, well, you're certainly able to tell from all the political campaign signs that you can see at polling sites everywhere. Now, we're seeing more than 570,000 people who have already come out to the polls to early vote, meaning that turnout indicates polls are going to be busy on Tuesday. There's going to be more than 300 locations across Bexar County where you're going to be able to go vote. During early voting, that number was only 51. Now, those polls are going to be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And our team here at KSAT has been using that early voting data to come up with a list of the busiest and least busy voting centers that were there during early voting. So if you're thinking about voting on Tuesday, you might want to take a listen to some of this. The busiest polls that we found were at the Encino Branch Library, the Northwest Vista College, and the Brook Hollow Branch Library. Those were the busiest. Now, the least busy were at Texas A&M, Southside ISD, their administration building, and the Somerset City Hall. Now, when you do go out on vote on Tuesday, make sure to keep a few things in mind. You want to make sure you bring a real ID, whether that's your Texas driver's license or passport. Now, remember, when you show up, try not to wear any campaign or political clothing. That means hats, pins, stickers, buttons, shirts, the whole 9 yards. If you show up with that, you might be asked to leave or just simply take them off once you get here. And finally, make sure you remember your patience because those polls are going to be packed coming Tuesday. Make sure to be kind and courteous to the people around you in line, as well as some of the election workers who are going to be helping you out to make sure your voice gets heard. For now, Sarah, I'm going to send it back to you. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Devin, thank you. You can cast your vote on Election Day, which is this Tuesday, November 5th. Again, the polls open at 7 a.m. They close at 7 p.m. And you can head to KSAT.com to find all the information you need to know before heading out to vote on Tuesday. Well, new this morning, a woman is recovering after she was shot while hanging out with her family in her backyard. So this happened just before 1 this morning on the city's south side. San Antonio police say the family was hanging outside when someone in a car pulled up and fired shots toward the home and then took off. The victim was taken to the hospital and she's expected to be okay. Police are still searching for that shooter. And the family is grieving the loss of their loved one they believed was killed Friday night. Family and friends of Enrique Alvarado held a candlelight vigil for him Saturday night along West Loop 1604. Among those attending, members of the anti-bullying gang that Alvarado was a member of. So we told you about the group back in May. Its mission is to help stop bullying and spread positivity. Members are known for their souped-up vehicles like the red truck that Alvarado drove. His family says despite the Bexar County Medical Examiner's office informing them that his death was a result of an accident, they believe that he was killed. And they say knowing the type of person he was and how he died doesn't make sense.
He's an amazing person, just the best kind of person you could imagine, man. Just, you know.
Well, Alvarado leaves behind his 3 children. He survived the iconic Village Apartments fire in San Marcos in 2018, losing 2 of his roommates, and he almost lost his own life. Yet, Zach Sutterfield rose from the tragedy and turned his life into a mission to help others. Courtney Friedman spoke with him at the Texas Burn Survivor Society fundraiser, where he was presented with an award for helping other burn survivors. Take a listen.
It's a lovely life I get to live.
After all that he's been through, Zachary Sutterfield still sees life as a beautiful opportunity.
I was lucky enough to live from a very heinous experience and a difficult one.
He survived the massive, iconic Village Apartments fire in San Marcos in 2018, where he lost 2 roommates and suffered third-degree burns to 70% of his body.
I think it is a sign of triumph and strength to look the fear of life in its eyes and say, I got this.
And that's what he's done with the help of organizations like the Texas Burn Survivor Society, offering support to patients and their families.
These people have seen me at my worst where I was atrophied and I couldn't remember 2 to 3 minutes, to celebrating my graduation with me, to celebrating me getting a job.
He gave back by helping with their activities, including Camp David, just for burn survivors. And Saturday, he was awarded for that service at the organization's annual fundraiser.
There's a lot of meaning in what I do, and I'm grateful to do it.
And now his mission is education. He works for nonprofit Sons of the Flag, which started a chapter dedicated to teaching young adults fire safety.
To be like, hey, I know you're going to have fun out there in your college life, but do you know how to use a fire extinguisher? Do you know if your building's safe? You know, just the stuff that I wish I would have known.
Holding on to unwavering positivity while leading his incredibly precious life.
Thank you, Courtney. It's 8:40, 75 degrees. Now that we're in November, you might be thinking about Thanksgiving and the shopping that surrounds the holiday. After the break, where you can find some discounts for your Thanksgiving meal this year. 75 degrees at 8:40. Hey, we got some sprinkles on the lens there. Always refreshing to see, especially after that dry October that we've had. But hey, how long will these showers stick around for? Sarah Spivey will let us know when we come back. Halloween in the rearview mirror. It's time to talk turkey. This morning we have ways to help you save on your Thanksgiving meal. Here's ABC's Trevor Alt.
It seems Thanksgiving Day is upon us. I haven't even finished eating all my Halloween candy.
You don't have to throw out the chocolate, but it is time to start prepping for Thanksgiving. Turkey prices are expected to fall this year, and major grocery stores are already competing for your dollar.
It can create a little bit of confusion, but it's also an opportunity for strategic shoppers to save a lot of money on groceries before Thanksgiving.
You can also score plenty of deals for the entire meal. This week, Target has announced a $20 meal for four, $5 cheaper than it was last year. Walmart is offering an inflation-free Thanksgiving meal from now until Christmas Eve, 29 items serving 8 people for less than $7 per person, which is also less expensive than it was last year. But experts say the key to maximizing your savings is to keep your eyes open at several different spots.
Just because you're getting your free turkey from someplace doesn't necessarily mean that same place is the best place to get the best deal on everything else. So I'm always an advocate of shopping around.
Sarah's just telling me she ordered her Bill Millers already.
Also, look at your screen. Look at our stances. We're just like, oh. Getting ready for that turkey meal.
You know what? We have to get comfortable, and we thank our viewers for letting us be comfortable on air.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, I do want to start our forecast, though, by talking about the rain that fell yesterday and the Edwards Aquifer recharge zone. The recharge zone I've outlined here in this black color, and you can see again we got some good rain across that recharge zone, especially in areas out west of San Antonio, like closer to Concan. These reds and oranges you see here, that's about 3 to 5 inches of rain. So it'll be interesting to see how the Edwards Aquifer responds to that rainfall. We also had about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain near Medina Lake. Even Bernie yesterday, even though it's not in the recharge zone, got a good amount of rain too. Around San Antonio yesterday, officially at the airport, 4/100ths of an inch of rain. But let me tell you, even though that's about the size of a thickness of a credit card, that's still 4 times as much rain as we got in the entire month of October. And we've got some rain on the radar and outside right now. It's 75 in San Antonio, 77 in New Braunfels, 74 in Del Rio, 68 in Bernie. Some very light rain moving through San Antonio at the moment. We'll go ahead and zoom in. You can see right near Hollywood Park, Chavano Park, Castle Hills, Alamo Heights, Leon Valley, Helotes, all the way up I-10 to Leon Springs. A good decent shower falling right over Leon Springs at the moment, and up near Sisterdale. Now this one light shower is streaming to the north and to the east. So it'll be in the New Braunfels area by about 9:20, near Bulverde by about 9 o'clock. So just within the next 15 to 20 minutes for those areas. Just a light rain shower moving to the north and to the east, and our rain chances are quickly going to come down after that. By noon, we'll only have a 20% chance for rain. In the afternoon, it should be dry. We're going to have south winds, breezy, and a high temperature of 87. Then in the evening hours, we'll be falling into the 70s. Sun sets at 5:45 tonight with the time change. Warm around San Antonio, and then up in the hill country, a little bit cooler because the clouds are going to stick around Kerrville, Rock Springs, high of only 79. But again, those winds you will notice gusting from the south, 30 to 35 miles per hour this evening. So if you want to put up those Halloween decorations, it might be a good idea to do so before the overnight hours, because again, those wind gusts will be up to about 35 miles per hour. Then we see a cold front move through Monday night. Monday night, we've raised our rain chances, storm chances at about 40%. Here's where that cold front is right now. You can see the cooler air behind that front in the 30s. We're not going to get that cold, but that front is going to be approaching here. Let me walk you through the futurecast. This is a look at about overnight hours tonight into tomorrow. Severe weather possible for areas across the Central Plains. We're not going to see that front move through until tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. So tomorrow in the morning, a few drizzly rain showers like what we're seeing out there right now. And then by Monday night, that front moves through. This is midnight on Tuesday. So Monday night into Tuesday, that front moves through. We've got a 40% chance of broken line of storms going to be developing. The severe weather will be farther up to the north, but we could still get some gusty winds with any storms. So we'll keep you posted on that. Monday night into Tuesday, 40% chance for rain. Temperatures highs only in the 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. It'll be nice on election day. By Wednesday morning, 50s for the morning lows. And then we see rain chances return Thursday and Friday ahead of another cool front. And this one will set up a pretty nice weekend for us. Highs in the 70s Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. Pretty nice.
I like that. I like seeing two cold fronts on there.
And our rain chances too.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. 850, 75 degrees. We'll be right back.
Hey, y'all. Happy Halloween. Hope you had a good one. I just got done trick-or-treating with the kids, and you know what time it is? It's time to shave this, because tomorrow is November 1st, and we're going to start No Shave November. So I'm going to shave it and then grow it back so we can raise awareness for cancer prevention, hopefully find a cure for cancer. It's a great cause that we do every year at KSAT. A lot of the other fellows at KSAT are going to be joining me in the cause, so let's get to it. Okay, it's a done deal. I can't decide if I look older or younger, but either way, it's for a really important reason, and I hope you'll support us throughout the month of November. We'll be sharing ways with you that you can help us raise money for this very important cause.
I forgot Justin was doing this, and then on Friday morning, I was like, ah! And I was like, oh my gosh, you shaved. Oh, it's right, No Shave November.
Right.
Okay, so once again, it is No Shave November. That was our Justin Horn telling us why No Shave November is important to him. And it raises money for cancer fighting foundations that goes towards cancer research, treatment, and prevention.
So the boys at KSAT, they have trimmed off their beards or are going to start to grow them back out over the course of the next month. Last year, Team KSAT raised almost $10,000 to help fund cancer research, thanks to you. And you can do that by looking on the No Shave November website, so make sure to check that out. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the radar. We do have this one shower that's approaching Hollywood Park and moving through Bulverde at the moment near Garden Ridge. Just gonna clip New Braunfels on the north side, light rain shower with us. Yesterday, because we had some dampness, molds are high past 1900, so just please be aware of that today. Your allergies may be bothering you. There's only going to be a small chance for an isolated shower or storm later on today. Otherwise, it is going to be gusty and warm, high temperature of 87. And then looking ahead, temperatures tumble on Tuesday and Wednesday with the arrival of a cool front Monday night. We have higher rain chances Monday night.
Love seeing that. Hey, have a great Sunday morning. Thanks, Sarah.